So last time I did a League One club in England, and guess what? This time, we're going to do exactly the same. Pompey, Portsmouth, Southampton, newly relegated Southampton's rivals. Rich in history, huge stadium in Fratton Park, and really not doing what they should do. So today, we're going to rebuild them, but because we spent money in our last rebuild with Leyton Orient, this time, it is only free signings once more. I'm terribly worried but excited with how we can do with Portsmouth. You can see right there we're getting 3.1 million to dance with. I have given them a new manager who I'll introduce shortly. This club needs a lot more help, and you know what needs more help? The channel. If you guys subscribe who are watching and not already, that does help, as I'm not going to show you what the manager looks like, because it doesn't look like who it's supposed to be. Thought there'd be an option to see his name, but if it shows you here at the top, Harry Redknapp is back in charge. Very successful when he was at Pompey in the Prem, as this is the team that we have to build with. O'Reilly Towler, the Bristolian. We've had him at Grimsby, and the rest of the team looking very, very stacked. For League One level anyway, we've got Dane Scarlett, we've got Joe Pigott, we've got Nathan Thompson, who's in the reserves. Jacobs and Ronan Curtis on either wing. Now Thompson's departed for Ipswich. Very good team for Season 1. It needs to be because we can't sign anyone, but we do have an academy player in Austin Daniels getting that first team. And thank you for welcoming Marlon Pack. You are very ancient and you look like Rob McElhenney. And I think he'll be going soon. The only bad thing about managing Portsmouth today is I think the expectations, do they expect automatic promotion? That's a very challenging thing. The only problems that I seem to have is, one, these 5 loanees. I don't like loanees. And 2, the amount of old players here, like the captains and older, and then, yeah, loads of players 27 and above. And how good is it that I go from complaining about the old players to signing one in Aaron Gunnarsson? The board give us an A, so can't be that bad. That is our first free signing, along with this second one of Loic Nego. He is actually a Hungarian international, and he's a pretty good one at that. You can tell by the ratings that them 2 players aren't bad. They're straight in the first team. I'm looking at goalkeepers because we don't have Macy as a permanent. And that's where we can only go. And we have the first game of the season straight up here. We've got Wycombe Wanderers. I was trying to sign a goalkeeper, thank you very much. Still, we're going to see how we do in this first game against, I can't remember the manager's name, but it is a draw, which isn't the greatest. Nego on his debut. We need better if we're going to win the league. And I've actually opted to put Daniels on the wing in this formation, just because I think he'd be better there. And we're struggling to find a keeper. But I think we might have this man. Ivincia Ovincic. Got a very nice name, this one, and he's a Croat in the goal. That should round our team very, very nicely, even though it's absolutely shattered. And hopefully it's shattered halfway through the season when they've put it in. As we still do have a positive mindset given on us. We've got to be top of the league, surely, then. We're in the Papa John's. The highlight of every single save that we do when we're in the Papa John's. As you can see, a lot of players recalled to their parent clubs. Don't think free agents really change halfway through the season, so we've got to trust whoever we've got. Got Man United in the FA Cup, but we still haven't checked this league. We're 7th. 7th. That is horrific. 15 points off Bolton. And then we're, what, 12 points off Ipswich? Gotta be better. As how do we do against United, though? Before we carry on, we're smashed. Weghorst even scoring against us. And to be fair, we finished the season with the board still happy at us, and we definitely didn't gain automatic promotion. We're in the League One playoffs. Plymouth Argyle, who won the title in real life, so we know this won't be an easy game. We get to see Derby and Bolton are the other 2 teams, as we did finish 4th. We actually came close to Ipswich. 3 points off automatics with the same goal difference. 1 win would have been the difference maker, as Newcastle United have won the FA Cup. Carabao Cup just belongs to Liverpool, and we have been in the Papa John's, but Barnsley have won it. We lost on penalties to Barnsley in the semis. And our top scorer this season was Colby Bishop, who is a permanent player actually, and he's got a decent rating. Paddy Lane, the 22-year-old, however, 14 goals, brilliant. Nego is on his way down due to age, and Daniels 74 with 11. But Lowry with 15 assists as well. Every single player has played their part. So away from home first, Ryan Hardy, Danny Mayer, who's been released, and Azaz are the players we have to avoid, as I think Morel was actually suspended in the last game. That's hurt us, but not our chances, it seems. Nego with 2 and Daniels with 1. So we've got to go again. Please just get the home leg done and dusted. There we go. 3-2. And our final will be against Bolton Wanderers. Did they finish above us? I think these might have actually finished in 3rd place. But it is us who take the place in the championship. Morel with the goal after his suspension. Portsmouth Championship at the first time of asking, and what a brilliant way to do it. Dominating the game. Championship I absolutely love. I can't believe it. It's took 1 season, and where do they want us to finish? Definitely didn't click the wrong button, as they want a mid-table finish. That is okay in my eyes. Sign 1 player from the same nation. Of course, we can't spend money on them. This is the state of the squad as well so far. I don't think we lost any players. For once! Oh no, never mind. We lost the loanees. That is just, well, that's just standard. So let's replace them. 13 million given to us. Oh my days, this board. I thought they were supposed to be strict. So let's dive straight into the free signings today with this first one. That is not him. It's Alioski coming back to the championship where he spent time at Leeds with Pompey. Not the only player arriving, Lino Alvarado is a centre forward, just like Daniel's 16-year-old, 69 rated. Amazing potential. I think the only one still to come in is this man. Not Alioski again. It always comes up with the wrong one. Semi Ajay. He comes across from West Brom's release. This squad is absolutely huge now, and Semi Ajay is going to complete that, going into the back of the defence with Riley Towler. And that team looks the bee's knees, I would say. And first game back in the championship, we haven't found that striker yet, but we've got Millwall to play. We're away at the Den. Very difficult welcome as we end in defeat. And at least the defeats put it into perspective, and we've managed to sign a player after selling Riso Hackett. Welcome to the club, Elvando Almeida. He is a Cape Verde striker. And the 2 main things of career mode: winning manager of the month, having loads of players to sign a contract. And halfway through, things are going, well, better than decent. 8th in the championship, 20 points off Brentford, I think is a good thing, even though 7 points off Swansea is what we focus on. There'll be plenty of free agents, hopefully still on the market as well, which we can look into. So we'll go and grab this midfielder right here, who is Luke Amos, in fact. But that does not be the addition of this next player. He actually looks a bit like Luke Amos, or he did when he was a bit younger. Mr. Journeyman Andros Townsend is a Portsmouth player. He's probably going to go in the wing now. Sorry, Alvarado, but you can be on the bench with Almeida, as that team looks sensational to give this league a go. Tell you what, 5-star season. We finished 9th, which is brilliant. It's not the players that we wanted, but it's good enough. Brentford finished on 102 points, and we were 8 points off Sheffield United. Still brilliant. Manchester City won the FA Cup over Norwich City. Carabao went to Liverpool over Chelsea. And there's all the teams that hit the playoffs in the championship, which we may be next year. I think maybe 1 or 2 seasons, realistically, from my perspective. Don't know what the board will think, as they'll think Colby Bishop's a pretty good player. Maybe too good, as Lowry again getting involved. Alioski with 11 goals from left back. Just what you need to see. Safe to say Harry Redknapp's got Pompey playing. But he's going to have to do it even more if they're going to fight for promotion, signing crucial defenders, and not spending money. Just what I love to hear. Daniels is now 79 rated, so I'm going to be careful with keeping him. Same with Ivuncic, our keeper. One player we don't want to lose. And one thing we've done, we've lost a lot of players actually through pre-contracts to other clubs. We can't make that happen this year. Zach Swanson was a big miss, or will be a big miss. So Sergio Roberto's in his position, and I don't know how we've managed to pull this one off. Oh my days. Roberto will be down the right-hand side with Adama Traore in front of him. Sorry, Andros Townsend, you're too slow. And we must love a Spanish tour, because on the other side we've got Ruben Garcia. I did definitely not just forget we've got Daniels on that wing anyway. Definitely didn't forget that. And Perry Ng. So good they only gave him 2 letters for his name. This is a true tester. Bournemouth at Fratton Park, where Redknapp is from. Travelled away from home to play the team from home, and he's got a draw, which actually fills me with a bit of confidence. We can challenge for promotion this year. Come on, lads. Harry Redknapp, I love you, man. Who's been scoring that many goals to get us up there? 3 defeats. We are 8 points clear, it seems. I'm checking goal scorers already. Down my control being out of charge. Just call me Bishop. I love you. Oh, but the board haven't liked that. We've fallen off. We lost the league by a point to Burnley. But Harry Redknapp is taking Portsmouth to the Premier League. We don't get a shiny trophy to go with it, but we get a 3-point gap, and we get to go to the promised land. It's took not back-to-back promotions, but one promotion, a season off, and then another one to get to the top division with no signings. Leighton Orient, we sign players and we don't get to the Prem for 7 seasons. As you can see, Arsenal won the FA Cup, with Liverpool winning the Carabao, and them, of course, being the playoff teams. Colby Bishop with 24 goals. He is just an incredible player. He's going to be sticking around in the Prem years, as we've got Daniels now 82 rated, who I think we can keep. We don't have to sell him, because we're at the level he's going to be at the Premier League, with Garcia there with 16, Alioski, and Sergio Roberto with 17 assists. Oh my lord, 77 million Portsmouth have been given in the Premier League is unbelievable. But then again, I still don't expect us to survive. Can't spend it on players, but they want us to avoid relegation with a round of 16 in the Cup. They want a crucial defender, goals being scored, and academy players. So it's key that we do get players in. First one, a defender, Jonathan Klaus. The only problem is he's not a centre-back. He's actually a right wing-back. That will be hard to fit him in, as Sebastiano Esposito is the other one, a striker that I do love to sign all the time, but he's probably going to start behind Bishop. It doesn't stop there, however. Harrison Reed, to me, just seems like a Redknapp player, and he's come after being in the Southampton Academy. Probably need him for centre-back, as Harry Winks is the other one, a Spurs man. You had to sign a Spurs man if you're Harry Redknapp. This is what I'm kind of shaping up with so far. You can see I'm struggling in one particular position. So that kind of means we have to pull in a favour from an old friend. Nacho Fernandez, welcome to the club. Love signing this guy. And I keep saying they're my old friends because I keep signing them in other saves, which you can see if you click the channel link, and there's a playlist for them. That's who's our first Premier League game. Ooh, Wolverhampton I can see us sneaking towards. How's it gonna go? I've actually gone with Esposito up front, and we've won the first game in the Prem. Daniels, Ruben Garcia, and I am glad I went with Esposito because he scored 1 minute or less than a minute into his debut. Very, very excited to see how this season goes. Look at that. 3rd in the league. Palace first. I don't know if it'll be like that halfway through, but we'll see. We actually got a West Ham job offer, which I stupidly deleted, but we've got some scout reports, and I'm excited, actually. Winning the first games put me at ease. As you can see, we're 15th, so it's not mid-table, but it is 5 points clear as it stands of Preston in the relegation zone. I don't think I'll actually make any signings. We can't afford any with the wages being paid, as we have Preston next, though. That's exciting. Do we stand a chance of survival? We've won the game, Ruben Garcia. That might do it, you know, but still points on the board. And we've cut it close. Look at that. 2 points away from Burnley, so that Preston win was enough to keep us safe. Harry's got a big job on his hands next season, though, to build on this. I mean, Brighton were down there with us. And yeah, signings needed. FA Cup winners were Chelsea over Millwall in the final. Interesting thing, as it was a Manchester derby for the Carabao Cup final. No business yet checking Europe, as Ruben Garcia has to go down as a bit of a legend now. Scored loads of goals, scored 22 to keep us in the Premier League in this first season. With Esposito on 10, but he's still going up in rating. We've got Daniel still, we've got Traore, we've got room to build upon. So season number 4's left a lot to build with in season number 5, and I'm very excited. They want mid-table clear now. No fighting relegation. They want critical success with signing players from the same nationality. It's hard to get English players who have been released. English players that are decent anyway, as all the players we've really signed are going down now. Roberto, Klaus, Fernandez. Defenders are definitely key. With the 78 million we've been given, more in season 2 in the Prem than season number 1. As the first one is a fellow Spaniard like Nacho Fernandez. It's Mark Bartra. Yes, he's a very ancient player right now, but he should get us through another season. And we've managed to get another centre-back as well. Harry Maguire coming to Pompey to partner up with Redknapp, who should get the best out of him. I trust that partnership to work, as we've got Marc-Andre ter Stegen coming in as well. That is 3 triple free signings in a row. We've made them all, and that is an excellent deal, yes. And make that a quad, because we've signed Dele Alli to Portsmouth, who hopefully can revive his career here. And we've needed another right back as well, with Roberto on the way down. Pablo Gomez. That's more than a quad. I don't know what 5 is. A phenomenal looking player at 75 rated. Only 18 as well. Brilliant. Very happy with that. Continuing on our signing spree right now, though. Careermode, I don't know how you say that really, but he comes in to join Ter Stegen. And Joaquin Correa, a very tricky striker / centre forward who we could change the formation for. And very, very good youngster Felix Munoz, 72 rated at 16, centre back, joins the club. And that kind of completes our drastic turnaround of this squad. The bench is a lot stronger, definitely the first team, but the age is a lot higher than it was around the squad before. And we're under pressure with the board already, and starting with Arsenal's not helping. Let's see how it goes against the Gunners. Of course we lose. Demarai getting us a goal. Guess we're going to take all the positives we can. And I mean, 15's not bad, but again, it is fighting relegation, only 7 points clear of Brentford. With all the signings we've made, I'd expect us to be about 11th or 12th. Some of the ratings are going down, but the likes of Ter Stegen is still progressing. Of course, Daniels and Traore going up a rating. But we have found one player. We found Enrique Suarez, who is a left back, a Spaniard, and yes, he's young and he's 75 rated. And it's a 16th place finish. Terrible in terms of where we are in the table. I mean, we are very clear of Brentford, who went down. FA Cup won by Arsenal on penalties as well. Where did we get? We got knocked out in the quarters by Preston. We actually came close as Newcastle United won the Carabao. We were in the semi-finals against City. Look at the ratings of players. We should be doing better with Ter Stegen, Daniels and Esposito. But we do need more 80-rated players around the place, saying that, as we have scored 21 goals in Esposito, then Daniels, then Adama Traore. He is still going. Whew. At least it's still just the mid-table objective that the board are giving us. If it goes above that, I'm gonna absolutely rage. And 94 million is staring me in the face. Why can't we spend money? At least we'll start with a signing. Jacob Schrafer is a youngster midfielder who can only progress. That goes alongside another youngster in Carlos Santos. And the biggest signing of them all, Redknapp will be very happy with. Harry Kane is coming to Portsmouth on the coast after his release from Tottenham. Here he is. And another big player after Kane, Fabinho. It's like a world-class retirement home. And Marco Brescanini. What a signing he is. He's not even too old as well, so he'll last a little bit. And this first game is against Burnley with Harry Kane and Esposito and Daniels on the wing. It should be a result, but it is only a 2-2 draw. At least Dele Alli and Kane get to link up again. Hey, and we've turned it from a thumbs down to a thumbs up. Does that mean we're doing better this season? You bet it does. 8th in the Premier League. We're actually close to the top 7. Unbelievably close. 3 points off them. And the relegation zone, Bournemouth, Leeds United and Leicester. Very well from us. Of course, we're only expecting mid-table still. We'll look for some free signings, but this is how the team is looking. We've got almost a 90-rated player. Gomez is doing brilliantly. Suarez, Munoz is now in our defense. Mwah. And at the end, it is a 12th place finish, so we did drop a little bit. Meh. Progressions took a bit of a hit at the moment, as Preston took Chelsea very close in the FA Cup. We were nowhere near. Carabao Cup won by Man United in a Manchester derby. And Harry Kane scored most goals. I don't think there was any doubt about that. However, it was took very close by Sebastian Esposito. Shows Kane's age now. And Traore just continues to impress. So the next season begins as we just loaded into it. But I want to see. No, it doesn't show our free signing. That's because I don't think he's arrived yet. No, we signed a centre-back who looks so decent. He's coming into the club. But before him, we've even signed already. Tony Calderon. We've signed Chust. We got him on a pre-contract from Real Madrid. Of course, we went sniffing down the top teams to get mostly ex-La Liga Spanish defense kind of thing going. But signings don't stop there. Daniel Alonso, another Spaniard. Another defender. I'm going to call this guy Abdullah. He's a Egyptian right winger. I think we know who he's supposed to be like. Kleber Andrade. He's the same, but Brazilian. Kleber Correa, who is a Brazilian left back. But the biggest one of them all, Aymeric Laporte for our defense. And 2 more signings because we're stopping nowhere. We've got Jesus Beltran and the old man himself, Marco the Rat Verratti. And it is the FA Cup up next in round 3 against Peterborough. But how are we doing in this league? Oh, Champions League football as it stands over Man United. Come on, Pompey. This team has it going, even with Verratti in the midfield. Schaefer. It is brilliant. Our defense has definitely strengthened, even though Ter Stegen's on his way down. If we get in the Champions League, we'd probably struggle, but I'd rather be there. Unless we get looking at some pre-contracts, which most of these players are. And I have actually just signed a new pre-contract player who's at the bottom of this list who I'm going to keep you in suspense for next season with. Oh my days, and we've ended on good terms with the board, so that must mean a decent season where we finished second. Actually, it's not even over, but it's still a second now. I've simulated them last 3 games, which I missed. But it gives me room to tell you about something else. The FA Cup, we lost in the final to Liverpool, heartbreakingly. And the Carabao, look at that, 2-1 to Liverpool, so we didn't get close, Shrewsbury did. As Harry Kane scores 24 goals, this is an amazing thing. At 35-year-old, even though we are signing a new striker, Kane's proven he can still do it. For anything this season, welcome to the club. Lautaro Martinez. How are we even going to fit him in? Sorry, Esposito, but Kane and Martinez has to happen. Signed on a pre-contract from Arsenal, so hopefully he still manages to get along with Kane. With Daniels behind him, Andrade, Verratti, Schaefer. It's just perfect. I haven't even checked how we're expected to do in the Champions League. It is a semi-final. Okay. And I can't lie, apart from us already made free signing, I can't think of anyone else I want. And that's a great message to receive, isn't it? The release clause of Esposito paid by Everton, a rival, makes things difficult before this first game against Bournemouth again. A game in which we only get a draw out of. When we're a Champions League team, that's not too brilliant. Speaking of Champions League, our group, oh my days. Barcelona, and then we've got Atalanta and PSV who are going to be challenging to go through. And we're 6th halfway through, so it isn't the Champions League places. 4 points off Liverpool. Harry Redknapp needs to do a bit better. You can see we're not really hitting any targets, apart from the critical ones. Hopefully that is enough. As the Champions League, we have Stade Rennais. Okay, we are through. We actually topped the group with Barcelona, PSV, and Atalanta. Mad. Stade Rennais, though, beat Barcelona to their place in the knockout, so we can't count on them being an easy game. I'm looking through players as well, and I can see 0 good youngsters. Absolutely 0 golden oldies who can still play for us. So Stade Municipal for the first round of 16 game. Please tell me we stand a chance against these. They've done well. We're losing after the first leg. So on to the second leg here at Fratton Park. This has to be better. Oh my days. And we have turned it around. Of course, we have 4-3 on aggregate. Harry Kane and Daniels with Lazetic scoring for them. Harry Kane is Redknapp's redemption arc. That deserves the lights turning on. And we have a fellow English club, which always gives me a chance, I think. Manchester United. Oh, I thought we stood a chance. Before I check the top of the Premier League. Ah, well, we'll have to see how we do against them. We get a first leg win. You know what? For once, I actually want to get knocked out of the Champions League. It's actually getting too repetitive, winning it all the time. Second leg, of course, is so important. Now we have an advantage, but it's only a draw. Moise Keane, but Andrade and Aymeric Laporte, an ex-City player, beat top of the league United in the Champs League. We actually stand a chance. I mean, if we can avoid PSG and Madrid, Dortmund and Lyon, who were winning that tie, I wouldn't want to really face. I'd rather have Bayern or Leipzig. But it is PSG that we get. But to be fair, I see a neutral game against Liverpool at the end of the year. Is that the Carabao or FA Cup? So come on with our tired team. And Tommy Doyle in the midfield for PSG. It is an unusual one. And it's Mbappe, the main man, who scores with Gomez for us. Just did pick up an injury. But it is literally one more final for these lads. Come on, get up for it. Well, it's one more final to the final as we're in the final. We're in the final. If you haven't seen this t-shirt, you can see it right now. Rocket Raccoon. I cannot believe we've just done this. Alonso in the 113th minute. Who scored the rest? Andrade and Kane. Mbappe with 2. Unbelievable. How are we in the final? How are we in the final? It's going to be Dortmund that we probably face. Looking forward to it. Oh my days. I mean, Daniels is definitely doing a hard carry with our 2 strikers and Andrade. It proves if you have a good attack, the defense can kind of just do the job naturally. Oh, they don't even have to do the job because attackers don't get anywhere near. We have the ball up front as this is the FA Cup final without just against Liverpool. our luck just evaporates in extra time. Hopefully that luck is back for this next month. The 1st of June, we face Dortmund at Wembley. We've just been there. We're going to have Riley Towler, an actual Pompey player, on the bench because Munoz is going to have to step in. He's going to be at right centre-back with Laporte. Ter Stegen. How old is Ter Stegen right now? He's 38. Still going kind of strong. We're going to rely on Daniels a lot in this final against Dortmund. Come on! Harry Kane is back at his old stomping ground. Kimpembe, I'm pretty sure that was on the tifo. Dortmund are in England and they're in Harry Redknapp's territory. Has he coached here at Soccer Aid before? He might have done. That might just be me not thinking straight. But Harry Kane leading the team out as well, where he leads England out. A huge game as we kick off in the capital. Skriniar and Kimpembe at the back, with Jonathan David now doing a bit of running forward. This is going to be a long day. Defending's going to have to be so key. Here is Beltran, who stepped into the midfield as of late. Gomez trying to get a run on with a flick over the top into Martinez. Oh, it's off the bar. That was a very close chance. Oh, they've got a close chance here. Ter Stegen saves from David. Do not let them sneak behind us like that again. Get the corner away. Nicolas Soule at Laporte. Interesting opening to this game, and they're getting a lot of attacks off Dortmund. I can't lie. They've been the better team. There's David. And Gomez gets a pass off into Harry Kane right here, the captain. Come on. Let's try and make a chance for ourselves because it has been Dortmund as of late. That's a good swinging in ball in. Oh, the deflection. And Beltran on the ball again in an attacking position. Looking for Kane as well. We've made 2 really good chances from what we've had. That's a ball swinging across into Daniels. What a save, Coble. Approaching half-time as well. Oh, Jonathan David. He's made a really bad pass. Bad error on his part. Daniels not being in the game. And we've got to make sure he gets more involved in this second half. Come on, Correa. You've got to look for him on this wing a little bit more. Okay, avoid him for Kane then. He is making a running behind. Go on, Daniels. That's a bit more grit that we want him to show. It's actually fallen to Kane. Martinez is offside. Good start, though. Decent little bit of football to begin with. Here is Lautaro Martinez, however. Get the ball behind you, mate. Into Gomez. One more onto Andrade. That's into Lautaro Martinez trying to get away. He's missed the ball. I can't lie. A very quiet second half. Daniels, though, trying to get away into Mr. H. Kane. Come on, we need you to be the difference maker if Daniels isn't going to be. But his 99 pace is on show right there. Daniels running in on goal. He's going to try and curl that. Oh, what a save. Needs to be 3rd time lucky. Daniels whips the ball front post to Harry Kane. Beltran on the edge, off the crossbar again. Please get that header. Oh, what a double save. Judging by the second half, we've really deserved this. Andrade, Lautaro pointing to where he wants it, but Andrade is going to actually run it, the Brazilian winger. Can he put this to the back post? Good cutout. Getting closer to the final whistle, and Pompey continue to push. Beltran, Martinez. He's going all around here. Can he try and find a angle? Lautaro Martinez. If we don't win this, I have issues. We've defended a corner from them. Referee. Daniels was making a run. Added time. Abdullah comes on as our only change as well for this extra period. He's going to pass into Lautaro Martinez, and that is through to Kane. Don't tell me we're taking the lead straight away. Daniels at the side, but Harry Kane is a born finisher, and he's a born player for Harry Redknapp's tactical approach. Scoring as captain at Wembley, not for the first time. Come on! A brilliant cut through there, and Daniels screaming for the ball at the other side, but no! Kane is greedy. Kane is scoring. Oh, what a ball across the field. The diagonal goes into Daniels. Look at that for a cutaway. Daniels, penalty. Is it given? No, it's actually an awkward free kick. If Kane could squeeze this in, Wembley should erupt here for Pompey. It's side netting. Finally earned his advantage, probably going into the second half of extra time as that shot is squandered. Let's go. Resort their chances. Win the game. Beltran. It's still Lautaro on the field. Come out, Coble. We'll chip you. That is poor. Got to a point in the game, however, where I want to hear a whistle. Lautaro with an excellent touch. Kane on the switch. Daniels, whoever. It's terrible. Okay, we don't care because the game is almost over. Balde in his own half. Into Simon. There's Werner. Ref, please blow the whistle. Lucas Paqueta. There's men at the back post. It's a save to Stegen. The Borussia Mönchengladbach player, or ex-player, should I say, as Cobra is in our box. Laporte wins his header. Blast that, Abdullah, as Pompey are crowned Champions League champions. It is a win for Harry Redknapp. He's won the Champions League, coming out of retirement into League One. Double promotion and then winning this trophy is extraordinary. Again, first time of asking. I actually don't want to win it first time of asking for once. A sensational achievement, and we know who will be lifting the trophy right here. Get to the back, Harold. It's a deep shame we weren't in the home colours when on kind of home soil playing in England. But there he is. Not a Tottenham legend. He's finally got his hands on a trophy. The biggest of all. Harry Kane with Portsmouth. With no money spent on signings. 300 million stored in the bank. We'll give it all to Harry Redknapp for his bonus for winning this trophy. And of course, if you guys want to see someone in particular, or some team, or some rule, comment it down below, and I'll see you all next time.